Miserable Christmas, they need to get some more points at home. Liverpool, after that setback against Chelsea, desperate to get back on the winning trail as well as they eye up fourth place. Before the game, there is going to be a moment's silence in memory of the victims of the tsunami disaster. It's back to Tony Coddy and Alan Parry.
Referee Howard Webb ready to get us underway. Norwich's draw at Portsmouth halted a run of 3 successive defeats in which they failed to even score. They're 17th in the table, and a win would take them level on points with Blackburn. Liverpool are 6th, just a point behind Middlesbrough and 6 points behind their neighbours Everton, who of course currently occupy that crucial 4th position. Liverpool have won each of their last 3 meetings with Norwich, including an emphatic 3-0 victory at Anfield in September, and they haven't lost here at Carrow Road for 12 years, since a David Phillips penalty gave Norwich a 1-0 victory in 1993. The pitch perfect, not much of a wind, and a surprisingly mild day here in front of a capacity crowd at Carrow Road as Norwich City, in their yellow and green, get us underway. Charlton with the first long ball, looking for but failing to find the striker Leon McKenzie, who committed the foul anyway on Jamie Carragher. Warnock playing at left back in this much changed Liverpool side, looking for Luis Garcia in the sunshine in that half of the pitch. Mellor restored to his position up front as well, and Riise trying to get in on the left of midfield. Interesting that Riise has been picked in that more offensive role, with Warnock, who really is a midfield player, in Riise's normal place at left back.
Well, Warnock certainly the younger player. I thought away from home might have gone for Warnock on the left side of midfield, Riise at left back. But both players can play in that position. I think Warnock did play against Southampton recently. So Rafa Benitez has obviously seen what he liked. He likes what he's seen from Warnock, and he's stuck with that. But they will interchange, Alan, that's the thing. They won't stay left back and left midfield. They will swap over as the game progresses, and they'll want the player to overlap, and that's what Warnock will do.
Sami Hyypiä to Jamie Carragher, those two the only Liverpool players this season who've started every game in the Premiership. Carragher looking for Mellor. Doherty with a header away, then knocked back by Francis. Mulrine with the early ball out to Johnson on the right. João winning it back for Liverpool in midfield. Gerrard gives it away to Fleming. There's Helveg, who's played many games in his long career at right back, though he has been playing in the centre of midfield recently for Norwich, who have a lot of injuries in that department. Holt, who would be a first choice there, has missed the last half a dozen games with a lung infection. Looking for a bit more movement. João comes to collect short, and now Finnan's given it away. McKenzie on the ball. Not the best cross. The only person he picked out was Steve Gerrard, and his clearance has Fleming backtracking, and Helveg gives the first touch to Green, and a poor touch as well by the Norwich goalkeeper. Nunes winning it back for Liverpool and finding Mellor. Luis Garcia well placed in the middle, and it was a poor cross really.
It was a very disappointing cross from Neil Mellor, because he'd done well in the first place. He actually kept himself onside. Poor kick from Robert Green. Norwich push up, appealing for offside. Good run for Mellor. It's certainly Helveg playing him on. Needs to be a better cross though from Neil Mellor. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Early first 2 or 3 minutes of the game. If he does get in that position later on in the match, we'll need to do better.
Riise won the header and didn't realise he had. Norwich pick up the pieces with Damien Francis, who made a successful surprise return to the side after missing 6 games with a fractured cheekbone. He scored in the draw against Pompey. is Huckabee. Doherty, the former Spurs player. And Green will hope for a better kick this time. He takes no chances. Short to Fleming, the captain. Helveg. Not the best ball by the Dane, but it's fallen kindly for Norwich. Now Charlton's given it away and won it back off Nunez. Mistakes by both sides early on here. And there's another one from Bentley.
Well, I think we will see mistakes. Norwich certainly had a tough game down at Portsmouth. Liverpool a tough game against Chelsea. And I think in this Christmas New Year period, you're asking the players to play 4 games in 9 days. And it does take a while, certainly in the 4th game, for the bodies to get going, actually get into this, the pace of the match. And that's what will happen. I think the first 10 minutes we might see a few loose passes as we already have. But they will settle down, the players, I'm sure.
And even the ball's had a hard Christmas by the looks of it. It's got to be replaced.
Didn't warm the ball up properly.
Nigel Worthington said, "What's wrong with that?" Let's have one for Liverpool and one for us. The game of Pompey, by the way, was Nigel Worthington's 200th in charge of Norwich City. And what a fine job he's done in his 4 years here. Finnan. Here's Salif Diao. Luis Garcia. And the Senegalese player takes over again, but presents it straight to Charlton. Charlton under pressure from Luis Garcia. And not the best ball either. He's given it away to Mellor. Now Nunez. Riise on the far post. He's the target. And Helveg had to head behind for the corner. First of the game.
Much better ball from Nunez. Not quite sure what Simon Charlton's doing. Got confused. Terrible pass. Mellor does well to intercept. Similar to position to Mellor's poor one earlier. Much better ball in. Good defending though from Helveg.
Very strong sunshine, and it'll be right in the goalkeeper's eyes here as he tries to sort out what's happening in front of him for this Steven Gerrard corner. And the problem hasn't gone away yet. Hit by Riise. Inevitably hit one of those bodies packed in front of the keeper. Luis Garcia for Liverpool. Charlton wins it back. And then Helveg finally clears his lines.
I think he made up for his mistake there, Simon Charlton, because I think it was him who got in the way of the shot from Riise. Could well have been going in. The sun's certainly going to cause problems for Robert Green. Started off wearing a cap, taking the cap off now. He didn't want to come out for that one when the ball went in the air. Good defending though from Charlton.
Liverpool beginning to show some more consistency. Their last dozen Premiership games have produced 5 wins, 3 draws and 4 defeats. They had won 3 games in a row before, somewhat unluckily, losing 1-0 to Chelsea on New Year's Day. And how Nigel Worthington would welcome that kind of record. Just 2 wins for his side so far this season. And it must be hard, really, Tony, because last season they were so used to winning. They got a club record 94 points, just 8 defeats in 46 league games. They've already lost 9 this season.
That's right. I think it just shows the difference between the Championship and the Premiership. I mean, they was outstanding last year as a football team, Norwich. This season found it very difficult to convert the draws into wins. They have drawn so many games, let's not forget that. If they could have just got a few more wins, they would have been further up the table.
Finnan taking his time again over the throw and gets it back from Mellor. And Norwich take it early, too early. Huckabee wasn't ready.
Mr. Carrow is in the City stand, I take it.
Much better kick this time by Green. Sammy Hoopier right underneath it to head clear from Mackenzie. The referee inadvertently helps Liverpool out. John Arne Riise. Francis wins it back. Mackenzie with his back to goal, but he does win a throw for Norwich, who had to wait 14 games for their first win back in the Premiership. They began the season with 8 draws and 5 defeats before beating Southampton 2-1 here in November. That one of only 2 wins. The other one also at Carrow Road against Bolton. Carragher delayed and Norwich get their first corner.
They did delay too long, didn't it, Carragher? few appeals from handball from the fans behind the goal. Not sure it was, but really needs to clear it a bit quicker. Confused himself, I think, Jamie Carragher.
Doherty one to watch here for the Liverpool defence. Always been a good header of the ball. Oh, that's ironic, isn't it? I said a good header of the ball. It comes to his right foot and he made a mess of it.
He does score a few goals though, doesn't he, Doherty? All sucked into the near post, really. Does well to get the ball out of his feet, but he is under pressure immediately from Núñez. Well, the shot wasn't on target.
It's the third time he's faced Liverpool this season. He was a substitute for Spurs on the opening day when we saw that game at White Hart Lane, a 1-1 draw, and he was in the Norwich team that lost 3-0 at Anfield. You can see how that sun is causing a problem to the Norwich players. Liverpool won the toss and elected to allow Norwich to kick off so that they would be facing straight into the sun. A particular problem, of course, for goalkeepers. Green, who was in outstanding form at Pompey and has been most of the season.
I think normally you would say we'll put the ball under the crossbar, give the goalkeeper a test, but I'm not sure that Liverpool got that type of player who will put him under pressure. Like Neil Mellor wants the ball into feet, as does Garcia. He certainly could do a lot worse than putting the ball in the box and see if the goalkeeper can cope with the sun.
Francis with a deft little header. Mackenzie's got pace, but not that much. Carragher gets there ahead of him. And Dudek hesitated, but in the end delivered a fine ball. Núñez, who brings down Charlton, having realised his first touch was not the best.
I don't think he was expecting it, was he, Núñez? Dudek took too long on the kick. When it actually come to him, put himself under pressure by not expecting it. First touch, he's always struggling, almost handball as well. Charlton saw that. That's why there was a foul at the end of it.
I think handball's allowed these days, judging by some of the incidents we've seen over the last couple of days.
Don't seem to give penalties from anymore, do they?
Nice little layoff from Mellor. And the captain gets the ball out of his feet just a little too much in the end, allowing Craig Fleming to make the tackle. There's an injury.
I think it's Johnson. Matthias Johnson's gone down. He's got a head injury there, hasn't he?
A bad one too. Well, that's the very last thing Norwich need with their long list of casualties at the moment.
But he went up to Riise, didn't he? I think he probably got caught by the elbow. Certainly didn't look intentional. I think the problem with these injuries is you have to immediately assess whether the guy needs stitches or not. If he does, get him into the changing room, get them done quickly, and make sure you don't spend too long down to 10 men.
Well, the irony here is that Matthias Johnson has only just recovered from concussion he had in an earlier bank holiday fixture anyway, and came back into the side against Pompey, and now he's had another bash on the head. So that will be a real concern to the medical staff here. He's racing off and he clearly does need stitches. Johnson ended up playing at left back at Fratton Park after Edworthy had been sent off, and Nigel Worthington had to reshuffle inside the first 5 minutes. So Liverpool with a one-man advantage at the moment.
Go on, Liam! Get up, Liam! Good boy!
And Huppier with a considerable height advantage over Leon Mackenzie. Norwich disruptive to Norwich, isn't it?
Sorry, I was just going to say Norwich, as you would expect, leaving Mackenzie up on his own and just playing 4-4-1 at the moment while they wait for Johnson to get those stitches in his head. Can take 4 or 5 minutes though, and it is a dangerous game to play for any manager.
There's Sami Huppier. Despite Green's heroics this season, Norwich do have one of the worst defensive records in the Premiership. They've let in 37 goals. Only West Bromwich Albion and Newcastle have let in more than them, and they haven't kept a clean sheet in their last dozen games. Green happy to take his time here. Steve Finnan. Now Jow. On to Luis Garcia. On back well. by Francis in midfield. Huckabee, we haven't seen much of him on the ball yet. Such a key man, of course, for Norwich. Jow commits the foul.
It's just a case of getting him on the ball in the right areas, Darren Huckabee. Particularly want him on the halfway line too much, like he was there. When he does run with the ball, very exciting player. Always been question marks possibly about his final ball, but he is a nice player to watch on the eye.
Charlton's swinging cross, and despite the height advantage of Hoopier, Mackenzie did well to beat him to the header. Carragher. Now here's Finnan. Feverish activity in the Norwich City dressing room as they insert those stitches for Mathias Jonsson's head wound, and they're hoping he'll be back soon. As Gerrard switches the play with a glorious ball, well anticipated by Charlton.
Done well, Simon Charlton. Important interception. Nunes would have been in if he'd missed time the header.
Here's Salif Jow. Gerrard. Skipper takes over again. Riise to the target. Too deep for him. The defeat against Chelsea on New Year's Day was Liverpool's first loss in 5 games. They'd won 3 and drawn 1 since going down 1-0 in the local derby against Everton at Goodison Park. The Rafa revolution, as they're calling it, well underway now, but seriously disrupted by injuries to so many key players. I think you can be certain there will be signings made by Liverpool in January.
Well, I think if they can sign the likes of Morientes, players of that ilk that have been linked with the club, will be superb signings for them. But they can't afford the injuries they've had in the first half of this season, and that applies to any club, not just Liverpool.
Steven Gerrard. Warnock, another young man who's broken through into the squad under Benitez. Sonny Hoopier. Looking for Mellor. Too deep.
All very static at the moment up front for Liverpool. Got the man advantage and certainly not making it count. Neil Miller's up on his own. We've seen too much of Garcia. They haven't been able to get Nunes and Riise in wide positions on the ball either. Ended up playing the long ball, which is most un-Liverpool-like.
Of course, they haven't done that well away from home this season. 25 of their 34 points have been won at Anfield. Carragher's clearance. And calmly back to him by Warnock. Cultured football out of defence by Liverpool. Antonio Nunes. Good ball for Luis Garcia. Bit of hesitation there, but Green just about reached it. He's doing well, really, to win so many headers against those much taller Liverpool defenders. Now it's been given away to Antonio Nunes in midfield. And Gerrard tries his luck from long range.
Good effort, wasn't it, from Steven Gerrard? I'm sure Robert Green will tell us he had it covered, but the problem is the sun in his eyes. Good run from Nunes, as you would expect. Fleming comes over to intercept. Long, long way out, isn't he, Gerrard? With the sun in the goalkeeper's eyes, why not? Have a crack.
3 goals in his last 7 games. He's already beaten his goals total for the whole of last season. And with a suitable bandage to cover the stitches, Mathias Jonsson is back in action. And wouldn't you know it, it always happens. The first thing he has to do is try and win a header.
Didn't look like he wanted to head that too much, did he? But the problem is, obviously, going for the headers, you're just going to open the wound up again, even with the protection. Really need to get the ball into his feet, and they're throwing it at his head again now.
Salif Jow. Strong in the tackle, but not strong enough this time. A much better challenge coming in from Jamie Carragher. There's Charlton. Huckabee, clever. Brilliant skill from Darren Huckabee. Now was he checked there? He most certainly was. Finnan's complaining to the referee, but for me, Mr. Webb got that right.
Just be interested to see whether he gets the yellow card or not. Great play in the first. You always take a chance when you let the ball run. You expect the defender to get it. When he doesn't, comes inside. He's just taken out, isn't he? No yellow card though.
Liverpool have a player injured. I think it's Warnock limping in from the far touchline to take up his defensive position. Will this be teed up for Bentley, I wonder? Huckabee's also hanging around near the edge of the penalty area, just out of the picture. Ryan will take it. Curled into the far post. Well, it was a brave attempt by Doherty. He rose really well, but he was always underneath it.
It just ended up a bit static, I think. Lovely ball in from Mo Ryan. When it does come to him, he just gets underneath it. Very difficult. He's only 6 yards out. To actually get above the ball and head the ball down. Tough skill at the best of times, especially with the pace on the ball.
Stephen Warnock is still limping, the Liverpool left back.
He took a heavy challenge, didn't he? He was down for a long time. Still limping at the moment.
That would be so frustrating for him if he has to come off. He doesn't get many first team opportunities.
Mr. Carrow has left the City stand. Say again, Mr. Carrow has left the City stand.
Gerrard given away to Helveg. Damien Francis. Lovely ball fed into Jonsson. And despite his injury, Warnock did well to get a foot in. Here's Mulrine. Under pressure straight away from Steven Gerrard, the Northern Ireland international. And then Nunez charges down Charlton's clearance. McKenzie wins it back off Nunez, but now Salif Diao for Liverpool. Warnock not expecting that. Riise. Helveg's tackles caught the Norwegian. Now he's limping as well. Problems down Liverpool's left flank. Lovely ball though. Gerrard to Luis Garcia. And on to Antonio Nunez. Mellor's made a run to the near post. Luis Garcia was poised to hit it. Gerrard strides through that midfield like a colossus, winning tackles, using the ball brilliantly. Charlton. Now a chance for Huckabee to show his pace again against Finnan. It's a good ball just behind Francis. Jonsson didn't catch it.
Didn't catch it, was behind him. Showing that Francis didn't get hold of it when it came across. It all come from Nunez, really. Just a little flick, gave the ball away. They'll expect better from him than that. There's Francis. If he could have took the ball, he'd have been in. It's a difficult one for Jonsson.
Riise for Liverpool. Warnock. They both seem to have recovered now from those injuries. Sami Hyypiä up against McKenzie. I gather that Jonsson had to have 3 stitches inserted in his head wound, and they're going to need to have another look at that at half-time. Well, the best ball there from Carragher. Warnock suddenly chasing backwards. Headed clear by Fleming, but only as far as Gerrard. Another lovely ball. Nunez. Over the top for Finnan. Charlton wrestles with him to try and win it back. And wrestle was the operative word, because Finnan has committed a foul.
He's done well, Simon Charlton. I thought Finnan was in. It was a good ball from Nunez. A little tussle down that right side. Come off Finnan, didn't it? And once he's got his body in between him and the ball, the referee's always going to give a free kick.
Bradwell, please contact the nearest police officer on street. Thank you.
Midway through the first half at Carrow Road, and no real goal-scoring opportunities for either side as yet. All right, Charlton. This is Helveg. The ball over the top is aimed at Bentley, who was offside, I believe.
Bentley was offside. I don't think Leon McKenzie will want too many high balls played into him, or Davy Bentley come to that. wants the ball into feet. At the moment, he's trying to win the headers and go after the knockdown as well.
Doherty's clearance. Bentley. And Ryan played that blind, really. He wasn't looking. Liverpool have it back with Luis Garcia. It's good pressure by Norwich on the player on the ball.
They've got to do that, Norwich. They can't just stand off and let Liverpool play. When they do get it, when you give it away, just go and close them down. See how good they are under pressure.
Pretty obvious free kick, that.
This is one where I think Gerrard should get on the ball, try and put it as close to Robert Green as possible. You can see he's got his arm up at the moment, sun right in his eyes, doesn't want it in front of him. There he is. Try and put it on that between the 6-yard line and the penalty spot. Whip it in.
Taken short, but he's still on the ball and delivers.
Another clash of heads in the box. Well, I thought he would have whipped in. Gerrard decided to play the ball short. When it does come inside, not quite sure how close it is. He's floundering across the goal though, Robert Green. So difficult with that sun in your eyes. Good effort from Gerrard. More than capable of scoring from there.
Sammy Hupia being treated by Dave Galley, the Liverpool physio. It's been a stop-start opening 25 minutes here, mainly because of injuries, and Fleming is the first on his feet.
Don't seem too badly injured.
Well, they won't keep Fleming out, that's for sure. No. He's played every minute of every game for Norwich this season.
Nor Sammy Hupia.
No, he's a tough guy. Fleming is now Norwich's longest-serving player. He's been here 7 years and made over 300 appearances for them.
He's a great pro. He's one of them. He'll never get the headlines. You know what you're going to get week in, week out. Nice and steady at the back.
And of course, you played alongside him. You had a short spell here.
I did in my glorious 7-week spell at Norwich.
They still talk about it though, TC.
They do. Not in good terms, I don't think. Just the 7 weeks, but he was one of the top men, Craig Fleming.
Huckabee running the ball out of play, claiming it came off Lunad, and continues his complaint to the linesman. Luis Garcia loses out to Mulrine. What a challenge that was between Jow and Francis in midfield. Norwich get a free kick in the end.
They didn't hold back, did they, either of them? Nothing wrong with that at all. Nice strong tackle. Both of them committed. Be able to foul in the end.
Charlton's intervention. And Bentley with a poor layoff. Gerrard. Here's Finnan. Sammy Hupia. Now Carragher for Liverpool. That's always a dangerous tactic with Mackenzie buzzing around your feet. He's quick, lively, a real nuisance player.
Phil is the only one playing at the moment, Leon Mackenzie, doing all sorts of doggies, chasing the ball everywhere, but it's working.
Bentley lobbing it into space behind Finnan. That was a push, or a trip, or both. Huckabee.
Pleading his innocence, Darren Huckabee. There was no need to foul at all. It's not the best ball from Phil Mulrine. He just needs to stand his ground. I think he just clipped Finnan there with his left leg. Finnan makes the most of it, as he's entitled to do so. He doesn't need to foul. Finnan's not going anywhere. He's only going to put it out for a throw.
Fine header away by Doherty again. Nunez. Jow. Stronger than Mulrine, but not Bentley. Nunes with the challenge. Luis Garcia picks up the pieces and keeps going. Riise. Well, he fell over the ball. I think Norwich would have been very unhappy anyway. They felt there was a foul earlier in that attack. Giao. Luis Garcia under pressure from Janssen. Good ball. Sami Hyypiä to Warnock. Bad ball by him. Mackenzie. Carragher got a vital foot in there. Janssen. Good challenge by Hyypiä. Luis Garcia. In the middle is Mellor. Doherty gets it away. Good open field to the game now. 17 minutes to half-time. Huckerby for Norwich. We've got a lot forward here. Bentley's one of them. And he was caught in possession.
Huckerby wanted the 1-2. Bentley would have played it first time. He would have got it back. He'd have been in on goal. At least the game's a bit more stretched now, a bit more end-to-end.
Warnock. And this is where he's at his best. He really is a left midfield player. Started the match against Southampton recently. Stephen Warnock. He was on the bench against Chelsea on New Year's Day. And everyone waiting for the ball to bounce, which is always a problem. Riise. If it had come to him on his left foot, it could have been 1-0. Steven Gerrard is furious. He didn't pass.
Well, I think it'd have been on his left foot. It would have been 1-0. I think it's the sun again. It's Fleming gets in a right mess. Doesn't clear it. Straight to Riise on his right foot. Really got to hit the target. If he had played it to Gerrard, I'm sure he would have scored.
Got 2 goals in the 5-0 win at West Brom. John Arne Riise in Liverpool's last away game. And that one of only 2 matches they won on the road. The other was the 4-2 victory at Fulham, where they actually came back from 2 goals down at half-time. Helveg misjudges the bounce this time. Foul by Francis.
I don't know if he's
normally
thinking
from
it,
this
Gerrard.
distance you wouldn't consider it, would you?
No, I was just going to say, I don't know if he is considering it, but really, he should have a shot from there. That sun causing big problems.
And he's certainly backing us away as though he means to hit this. And he has scored some belters already this season. Well, it would have been on target, but there were just too many bodies in the way. Janssen. Not sure he intended that. Sami Hyypiä played it straight against Mackenzie. There's Carragher. Fleming lost it in the sunshine again. Doherty didn't. Carragher. Giao. Mellor with a little flick on. Too heavy perhaps for Nunes. But at least he forced Doherty into the challenge. Goal kick, however, came back off the Liverpool man. Two more games coming your way on Sky Sports today. On Sky Sports 1 at 5:30 from the Championship, big game, Reading against Derby. And later, also on Sky Sports 1 at 7:30, back in the Barclays Premiership, it's West Bromwich Albion against Newcastle United. Riise. Fleming got lucky with that clearance. It fell straight to Helveg. Norwich have taken only 10 points out of a possible 30 at Carrow Road this season. They've lost 4 games. Arsenal, Everton, Fulham and Tottenham, the teams who've won here. Francis doing well for them. Now Charlton. Huckabee. This is a situation he relishes. Well, a few too many defenders even for him. Helveg. Now Janssen. He's come inside, Warnock. And almost a good ball. It's still fallen for Mackenzie, who looks for Francis. Carragher's clearance. A little push in the back there on Mellor.
Shame about the cross from Mackenzie. Best bit of play we've seen from Norwich. Worked the ball well into that wide position. Bentley was at the far post, their bodies in the middle. He's got to get it over that front man though, which he didn't.
If Liverpool win or indeed draw today, they'll go above Middlesbrough into 5th place. Middlesbrough don't play until tomorrow. Head away to Chelsea. And a victory would mean Liverpool would be 3 points behind Everton, who also don't play until tomorrow at home to Portsmouth. Gerrard almost finding a way through. There's a big shout, I think, for some kind of offence in that scramble. As Bentley clears. Away by Hoopier. Luis Garcia's layoff. Steven Gerrard. Nunez. Now Finnan. Jiao. Carragher sees the space open up. Luis Garcia. It's a clever looking ball for Riise. Very good defending by Thomas Helveg.
Done very well. If Riise had made a good run, didn't just stand here and blame someone else, he just tracked him all the way. In the end, a good clearance as well.
Mellor flicked at it and missed. Damien Francis. Good ball for Mackenzie. Carragher's followed him every step of the way and forced the error. Really good defending by Jamie Carragher.
It was. He didn't lunge in. Didn't give a needless free kick away. Mackenzie ran out of room in the end.
Ten minutes to half-time. Not much in it, Tony.
No, not much in it at all. And I think a lot of it is down to the fact that the lone striker again on both sides. I know Garcia's meant to be joining Mellor. You can see just from the great example there, Sammy Hoopier looking up, there's just not that much on for him. Garcia's coming short, Mellor's up on his own. When you've only got the one front man, you've got to get it into his feet, otherwise it just goes out of play. And Norwich have got exactly the same problem.
Charlton with a wild clearance, it's gone straight to Gerrard. Now Nunez. And the second poor cross from the right-hand side. Well, Rafa Benitez in the Liverpool hotel late last night was hunched over a computer. He spends a lot of time behind computers, I'm told. He's a real stickler for detail. Very meticulous man who plans everything. And I've no doubt he was looking to see who might be available around the European market. As Mackenzie is caught offside here.
I think that was close. It's Finnan in the right back position. Was behind Hoopier. When they do push up, there's Finnan dropped off. Just offside though, isn't he, Mackenzie? If it had come half a yard, he would have been in. It's so easy as a front player to get caught offside. You just get a little bit lazy. Sometimes if you can just go 1 yard towards your own goal, can be the difference between being onside or offside.
Charlton having to backtrack. And Green with not the most convincing clearance, but he's got away with it. Huckabee. Good first-time ball for Francis. On to Mackenzie. He's got the pace to worry Liverpool. He hasn't got the guile to beat Jamie Carragher, who's having an excellent game again.
Disappointing from Mackenzie, but let's praise Jamie Carragher. I think he's a much underrated defender. Always does such a good job narrowing that centre-half position. Again, doesn't panic. Use your strength, usher the ball out. Good defending.
Where do you think is his best position he's played? Right back, left back, centre midfield for Liverpool?
Well, I'm not sure Jamie knows the answer to that one, but certainly on his performances this season, I think he might well have found his best position, and that's centre-half.
I agree with you. Olveg heads away. Nunes winning it back. Riise looking for Mella. It's come out to Luis Garcia, who survived the first challenge, but not the second. However, the referee sees that as a free kick.
It's Mal Ryan, I think, isn't it? Who ends up on the floor, goes down. Does he catch him? He does. Whacked him on the knee. Good decision from Howard Webb.
Well, Stevie Gerrard has already tried to hit the target from this kind of range. He might be leaving this one to Riise, or is that just a ploy? Riise has taken an enormous run at it. It is going to be Riise. Oh, it hit the ankle of his own player in the end.
I think it was Sammy Hoopier, wasn't it? Not sure it was going to trouble Robert Green anyway, though. Not enough power on the shot.
Luis Garcia. Johnson wrestles the ball off him. Carragher. Looking for Nunes on the right. Charlton read the danger again. Good steady player, Simon Charlton. Very consistent. Binnon. Luis Garcia. Fleming has it back and finds Francis, who turned brilliantly and then gives it away carelessly. And a late challenge by him on Sammy Hoopier that could well earn the first caution of the game, and will.
Well, the fans aren't happy. I don't think he can have any complaints. He's more frustrated with himself, Francis. Because of the lovely turn he done in the first place, then chose the wrong option, and then got frustrated. He's very late. It didn't catch him too much. It doesn't look good.
First caution of the game for Francis, who's just come back from that training injury, fractured cheekbone. Here's Riise. Gerrard. Back to Carragher. Sammy Hoopier. Riise. And now Warnock. Gerrard. Luis Garcia. Gerrard again with the layoff. Antonio Nunes for Liverpool. Clipped in very deliberately and back out to Warnock. And in the end, it's Mulrine who clears the danger. And Johnson took a battering then from Sammy Hoopier.
Again, the Norwich fans are going to be claiming that Hoopier should be booked. I'm not sure he's done an awful lot wrong. That's what Hoopier's saying. He certainly wins the header, Johnson. Put his eyes on the ball. A little bit late, Hoopier. I don't think that deserved the yellow card.
Well, the crowd are doing their best to convince referee Webb.
I think they just get frustrated. Not what Johnson needed, was it? A little nudge from Sammy Hoopier.
Just what he needed, though, wasn't it?
Been in the wars, hasn't he, this half?
Well, there will be no caution by the looks of things. Here's Charlton. Looking for Bentley, who's not really got into the game yet, the youngster on loan from Arsenal. Carragher has been one of the best players out there in this first half. He's been supreme at the back. Huckabee with a brilliant layoff, but unfortunately for him, Mackenzie's offside.
Mackenzie was still coming back from the last attack. Good skill from Darren Huckabee, though. laugh at the supporters. I think they'd like to see him just get on that ball a little bit more. You've got to get him in the right areas on the ball. And that's what Norwich have struggled to do in this first half. Times had good possession. It's all been around about the halfway line. The likes of Huckabee and Bentley getting a little bit frustrated because they want the ball up near the Liverpool 18-yard box.
Here's Huckabee again. Finnan gets it away this time. Luis Garcia's layoff. And a good interception by Fleming. Carragher it is again who gets it clear, but the whistle goes for a free kick to Norwich for an earlier infringement.
I think he tried to play the advantage, Howard Webb. There was a foul on Fleming initially. When he lost possession, he brought the play back.
David Bentley leaves the free kick to Simon Charlton. Doherty a possible target. And wins the header, but no real power.
No real power, and he went straight to Jerzy Dudek.
It's been a strange half. It's been open without ever really creating too many goal-scoring chances for either side.
Can't remember too many at all. Hasn't helped with all the injuries as well. Players going off. Interesting to see how much time we play extra.
Terrible ball there by Salif Jow to give possession back to Norwich. Huckabee. Clever ball for McKenzie, but offside the verdict.
That was very late. Very, very late flag. Is he offside? He certainly looks it when it's played. Not sure whether the linesman gave McKenzie offside or Johnson in the middle. It was a late flag, even though it was a right one.
It appears to be indicating the far side of the field, which is where McKenzie was. 2 minutes of stoppage time being played. Clearance straight to Jow, now Steven Gerrard, and that's a good ball for Nunes. Two players forward, including Luis Garcia and Riise here. Back to Gerrard. Good interception by Johnson. And back again to Riise for Liverpool. And Nunes completely miskicked. Huckabee. Jow wins it back. Finnan, final throw of the dice perhaps for Liverpool in this half. Gerrard, great pullback. Luis Garcia with a wild shot that's actually gone into the top tier of the stand behind that goal.
Well, we've not had too many chances, have we, in this first half? But this is a good one. A lovely play from Gerrard, knows exactly what he's doing. Garcia sadly leaning back. I think he did it at the top tier of the stand as well.
Tells you everything about this first 45 minutes, that the best player out there has been a defender. Jamie Carragher, outstanding at the heart of Liverpool's back four. Huckabee's the only man who's caused any problems really to the Liverpool defence, and at the other end of the field Liverpool have been firing blanks. Half time at Carrow Road. It's Norwich 0, Liverpool 0. Thanks, Marcus. Yes, Robert Green relieved to be in the shade, and it's Jerzy Dudek who faces the sunshine now, using his cap early on. He's got a few of them from his many appearances for his country Poland, and this is Jerzy Dudek's 6th game in a row back in the Liverpool goal after sitting out the previous 14 matches in the Premiership and the Champions League, when he lost his place, of course, to Chris Kirkland, who's currently injured again. It's Liverpool who'll get the second half underway. And they'll be certainly looking for greater cutting edge up front in this second half. As Nunez gets the first cross in, and I'm afraid not for the first time, the Spanish player puts the ball in the crowd.
Well, I think he's got to do better. I'm sure Rafa Benitez would have said that to him at half-time. His job as a winger, as a wide player, when you get it in good positions, you've got to whip it in. You've got to give the forward something to go at when you're putting it behind the goal. And I think he's done it about 3 times now. For me, it's not good.
Nunez, after an injury in pre-season training, but he's had a long run of games now. João. Here's Warnock. Headed away by Doherty, who's been strong today. Good tackle by Mulrine on Mr. Webb.
Best tackle today, I think.
Bentley, great bit of skill by him, and he almost fed it through to McKenzie. Brave lad, actually, Mulrine. He's a big fella, Howard Webb.
They just shook hands, laughing about it. It's a great tackle, wasn't it? Ball's played in, both on the floor.
Gallagher watching the bounce, but misjudging it. McKenzie, here's Huckabee, and the second tackle by Finham was an important one for Liverpool. Nunez struggling to shake off Charlton. He got a foot in and has played Nunez very well today, Simon Charlton. With an awkward header, and Gerrard is fouled by Bentley. Liverpool 4th last season, of course, a massive 30 points adrift of the champions Arsenal, as Riise gets in here and lays it off when he might have preferred the shot, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because Mella was given offside.
I'm not quite sure what Thomas Helveg is doing here. He knows Riise's behind him, but just doesn't deal with it. He looks over his shoulder. By that time, Riise's got him behind him. I'm not sure he was offside. I think he's well onside, isn't he? Just surprised that Riise didn't have a strike. Ball sat up nicely on his left foot. Perhaps would have been better going on his own rather than trying to play that across.
Liverpool desperately short of striking options, of course, at the moment. Djibril Cissé out for the rest of the season with a badly broken leg. Vladimir Smitsa has not appeared at all. He's got an injury that's going to take some time to heal as well. And the latest blow to Xabi Alonso. Out, we're told, for at least 6 weeks with that broken ankle. As Salif João plays it long, away by Doherty. One back by Finnan. Luis Garcia, clever. Gerrard just got the ball trapped under his foot. Mackenzie's layoff. Bentley. Had a disappointing first half, the Arsenal youngster. We're looking to make more of a contribution in this second half. Luis Garcia for Liverpool. João wins the tackle. Helveg undecided for a moment. Johnson, they had a look at that head wound and decided he was all right to continue. That had gone out before Helveg played it forward. Helveg complains. João. Gerrard, the Liverpool captain, to Finnan. Nunez. Give him time to cross, but still made a hash of it.
Just looks like he's suffering a bit of lack of confidence at the moment, Nunez. I know he's new to the English game. It will take time for him to settle. Just want to see him get on the ball, run at the likes of Simon Charlton. He's more than capable of doing it. If it doesn't happen, if you do put the ball behind the goal, keep believing in yourself. It's a bit down at the moment to me.
Francis thought he was fouled. Player's gone on with Bentley in possession. And he wins the throw off Salif João.
He's had more touches already in this second half, David Bentley, than what he had in the first half. I'm sure Nigel Worthington would have said at half-time, get on the ball, try and make things happen for us.
Norwich have lost 2 of their last 3 home games against Fulham and Spurs, but their home form is still better than their form on the road, that's for sure. 10 of their 16 points have come at Carrow Road. And Nigel Worthington will be hoping to take something from this game. Neller's header on, finds Luis Garcia, interception by Fleming. Carragher's first mistake. Good recovery. Elveg with the clearance. Giao given away to Charlton. Clever turn by Bentley. And Carragher's there again to pick off the pass. Elveg's header was perfect.
Better defending that time. Made a mistake last time, wasn't going to get caught out this one.
Simon Charlton. Gallagher's there again. Finnan gives it away to Mulrine. Both teams making mistakes in possession. Norwich face 2 away games after this. They've got West Ham United in the 3rd round of the FA Cup and Villa in the Premiership. Liverpool away to Burnley in the FA Cup on Friday. And then they've got the little matter of Manchester United in the league, as Huckabee is brought down by a furious Finnan, who believes that his opponent was making the most of that challenge. The referee clearly believes otherwise.
Again, I think it's the right decision from Howard Webb. Huckabee was away. Great pass from Steven Gerrard. He's got the ball there, Finnan. Huckabee does well. Oh, I don't know what he's complaining at, Finnan. Reaction from both players as well. A bit unnecessary.
Well, the header was by Mackenzie, but again carried no real conviction.
He's up in the air, isn't he? Can't get any power on it. Just the pace of the ball that helps it towards Dudek.
Away by Sami Hyypiä. I mean, fatigue must be a problem for players at this stage of the season, Tony. I know these guys are well played, but 4 games in 9 days takes it out of you.
Well, it does. The amount of games does take it out of you, and I think it's well documented that you cannot recover as a professional player. You're being asked to play less than 2 days later. Bentley saying he wasn't offside. It's a good run, just pulls away there when it's played. Very close, isn't it? Not sure he is offside. Like to see him given the benefit of the doubt. It's been interesting. I don't think players' bodies can recover in time when you're playing twice in 2 days. Makes it very tough for the players, but I think we will see some tired players towards the end of the match, and the game will open up, there's no doubt about that.
There's Huckabee. He never seems to tire of running at defenders like this. And that's a terrific run. There was a big shout for a handball from all the fans behind that goal and some of the Norwich players.
It's Jamie Carragher, wasn't it? Not sure it wasn't handball. Howard Webb can't see from his angle. It's a definite handball, isn't it, from Carragher? See it from this angle. There you go. It's another one that possibly could have been given.
Mackenzie again winning the header from the corner. Mulrine knocks it back in. Carragher gets away with the foot this time. And then a foul by Luis Garcia on Simon Charlton. Crowd have livened up. Good atmosphere here now. Good throw from Dudek. Riise. And Warnock picks a good ball out for Luis Garcia. On to Antonio Nunes. Oh dear, he's had a very disappointing afternoon. And that's set up a counter-attack. Just picked up pace ahead of Matthias Janssen.
He decided to let the ball run across him, Johnson, instead of trying to take the touch. He'll eventually run out of play. Again, poor play from Nunes though. I'm sure Rafa Benitez will be looking at his options. The likes of Pongal, who can come on. Needs a little bit more from that number 18 on Liverpool.
That was a good little turn of pace by him, and he's won a free kick, and indeed the referee has seen that as a bookable offence for Bentley.
Better play from Nunes. Again, I don't think you can have too many arguments. Bentley, the first touch was taken out. Definitely a yellow card.
The England under-21 international becomes the third caution of the day. His fifth of the season. That means he will miss the away game against Aston Villa. Johnson's clearance, not the best. Pumped back in towards Mella. Gerrard. And it's Helveg, who's had an excellent game, who gets it away. Jow winning it back. And they've maybe got a one-man advantage here, Liverpool. It doesn't count for anything, though. Luis Garcia couldn't get control of the ball. Now Huckabee. Good running. And a good ball. Janssen. Great challenge. Terrific tackle by Jow. Gerrard. Luis Garcia. And that wasn't a very good ball. Charlton intercepts. Huckabee. The pace is picking up again. Oh, and it's been given away to McKenzie. What a mistake. Well, they've got away with that, Liverpool. Oh, someone's flicked the switch and it's suddenly very lively out there. Riise. Great ball that was for Luis Garcia, who lifts it over the goalkeeper and into the net. A superb finish gives Liverpool the lead. A
fantastic finish from Garcia. But the ball from Riise is what makes it. Lovely pass. There's Garcia, he's already made his run. What about that for a pass though from Riise? He's got options though, hasn't he, Garcia? Decides to take it first time, and it really is a superb finish. Perfectly weighted, one bounce into the back of the net. Ball goes very high, but he knows exactly what he's doing. Could have taken a touch, try and take it around the keeper. It's a wonderful finish from Garcia. Funny, his last two touches, he'd given the ball away. Didn't that time.
He made it look as easy as sucking your thumb. One of the more curious goal celebrations by the Spaniard, the former Barcelona man. His fifth goal as a Liverpool player. And moments earlier, Liverpool had been in real danger of conceding. Here's Bentley. Clearance by Riise. Stevie Gerrard for Liverpool. Good tackle from Janssen. Much better game now in the second half. Francis. Helveg to Janssen.
Fantastic finish, wasn't it, from Garcia? They're very lucky, Liverpool. Walnut got away with it. Is he offside? No, he's not. It's a perfectly timed run, a perfectly timed pass.
He also scored when Liverpool beat Norwich 3-0 at Anfield back in September. Reset to Warnock. Sami Hyypiä. Doherty's clearance has gone straight to Gerrard. It's a good ball for Nunes. Gerrard. Now Jow. Mella. Back again to Gerrard. Oh, cracking ball that. Angled out to Finnan. sticking close to him, but he still gets his cross in. Francis. Huckabee's in space and wanted it early. He chose Mackenzie instead. That's a foul by Sami Hyypiä, and it'll be a yellow card for the Liverpool player.
I think it wasn't just that one. It was the one in the first half as well. We had that little foul on Johnson. Got away with the yellow card. Not this time. Knew what he was doing. Good skill from Mackenzie. Can't win the ball, bring the player down. He's happy to do that. Just concede the free kick.
Caution for him, and a substitution by Liverpool. Neil Mellor has had a disappointing afternoon, really. Is replaced by Boron Cinema Pongo, who of course started the game against Chelsea on New Year's Day, and before that got the winning goal against Southampton. In fact, he scored 4 goals in his last 9 appearances. Clearance by Hyypiä. Now Riise, whose superb vision and passing skill made the Liverpool goal. And another great ball. Núñez. And he's done well, Núñez. Very well. Just poked the ball behind Riise. Straight against Johnson by him. Now Helveg. Damien Francis. Gerrard wins the tackle. And Francis did well. Liverpool have just moved up a gear.
They have, and Norwich are rocking a little bit. Just got to keep their composure. They've only gone the 1 goal down. Don't want to panic too much. They have got players who can score for them. Can't afford to go 2 goals down at the moment. Liverpool looking pretty confident, spraying the ball around.
Challenge there by Huckabee on Finnan. Assistant manager Dougie Livermore was a Liverpool player back in the 1960s, and it was the legendary Bill Shankly who sold him to Norwich. He's now assistant to Nigel Worthington, and he's done a terrific job. The two of them have made Norwich into a very attractive footballing side, but compliments get you nowhere. It's points that keep you in the division, and Salif Chow leaves it to Cinema Pongo, who could finish them off here. Riise surely will, and has. Terrible defending. Norwich have shot themselves in the foot. Liverpool have a 2-0 lead.
Well, I sung his praises in the first half. Craig Fleming. Unfortunately, this is a poor error. Just flicked on. He's got to clear it there. Not quite sure what he's trying to do. Trying to play it upfield. It's a good save from Robert Green. Riise makes it look a lot easier than it actually was to finish. Because when it is saved, the ball's spinning, sits up, very confident. Again, on his left foot, did expect him to score, but it's not an easy finish. He made it look it though.
5 goals this season now for John Arne Riise, revelling in his new advanced role in the Liverpool midfield. A long way back for Norwich City now. And time for a change for Norwich City. Now facing the very real prospect of a 3rd defeat in 4 home games as tempers begin to fray. Riise in the mood for more goals. He got 2 in the last away game against West Brom at the Hawthorns. Johnson steers it away from him this time. Icy wind blowing through Carrow Road now. Riise for Liverpool. Cinema Pongo trod on the ball. Janssen. Should be and is Jamie Carragher's. Doherty with time to bring it down on his chest. Giao wins it back.
I think they need to get 2 men up front, Norwich. Mackenzie's holding the back of his hamstring as well. He took a little knock there. They need someone up front alongside him. Try and get back into the match.
Cinema Pongo, whose arrival on the field made an immediate impact. Oh, it was really poor defending by Norwich. Carragher, Giao, and here is Cinema Pongo, almost threaded it through to Gerrard. Huckabee, if anyone can drag Norwich back into this game, he can. And here's Luis Garcia. And Liverpool have got a lot of men forward in this attack. Clever little ball from Nunez. His cross aimed at Cinema Pongo, but never found him. Well, Mackenzie's already walked off to the dressing room. You were quite right, Tony. Obviously feeling that hamstring problem. It's going to be a double change, in fact. Mulrine is the other player who will come off, the Northern Ireland international. Jim Brennan, who's a left-sided player normally, and young Danny Crow are the two players who come on. Crow's only 18, a striker who made his debut as a substitute in the last 15 minutes in the recent defeat at Middlesbrough. So this is his first home appearance for Norwich. Luis Garcia dancing his way around the tackles. And Liverpool looking in control at this moment. 3/4 of the way through, they lead 2-0. It could be 3, but this time Gerrard doesn't find the net.
Tried to pick his spot. Luis Garcia has been outstanding in this second half. Lovely little dummy there. I'm off Pongo. Sets him up. Comfortable save.
Bentley. Johnson. Clever ball for the youngster Crow. Well, there could have been an immediate impact by a Norwich substitute as well.
Good play from Johnson. Lovely little flick in behind Hoopier. Hoopier's looking for offside. Doesn't come. Danny Crow does well. Gets his head up. There's not much to aim at. He's waiting for Johnson in the middle. Couldn't get there quick enough. They need to get a goal back quickly, Norwich.
Huckabee will take the corner kick. And the header by Johnson.
Good chance. Curling away. Liverpool with their zonal marking. No one really attacked the ball. Left him on his own. Just got underneath it.
24,503.97%. Thank you for your support.
A reminder that on Sky Sports 1 later today at 5:30, a big game from the Championship, Reading against Derby County. And then on the same channel at 7:30, back to the Premiership, West Bromwich Albion against Newcastle. They're having to backtrack here as Gerrard raced at him and he cleverly lost him. Nervy defending again though by Norwich. Throw with a good little layoff to Francis. Bentley. There's Charlton. Not a bad ball for Brennan. And he gets in again, and Hoopier slammed the clearance straight against him. Brennan doing well to keep it on the field, and he's earned his team a throw. Canadian international Jim Brennan, player they signed from Nottingham Forest about a year ago. Good twist and turn, but Finnan not to be fooled. Huckabee's kept possession very well here, but not now. Luis Garcia for Liverpool. Brennan wins it back. And there was a challenge there off the ball that the referee saw.
Might be one of the last chances they'll have to do it. If they can swing this free kick in, under the bar. Dudek, he is concerned by the sun. They've got some big men, Norwich. Lots of Doherty. Put him under pressure. Can he deal with it?
Well, it was a Liverpool player who met it. It was Carragher, I think.
Good ball in, wasn't it? Whipped him a good pace. You're right, Alan. I think it was Jamie Carragher.
Bentley with the corner. Fleming rising high. And Huppier concedes another. 20 minutes to go. A Norwich goal now would really liven things up. Sinamar Pongolle in his own penalty area, who gets it away. Gerrard completes the clearance to Riise. Clever defending by Helveg. He's had an excellent game. And on it goes to Matthias Janssen. Huckabee still with him. Sometimes he does try to beat one man too many.
He does, it's just that final ball, Huckabee. Sometimes I think he could cross it earlier, perhaps shoot earlier. Sometimes ends up doing nothing.
Nunes to Luis Garcia, the two Spaniards combining cleverly for Liverpool. And what a good ball. Riise. Gerrard. Riise again, looking for Luis Garcia. It's come out to Antonio Nunes. Showed too much of the ball to Brennan. But here's Sinamar Pongolle. Nunes. Now Salif Diao for Liverpool. Warner. Riise. This is what Liverpool needed after their little spell of Norwich pressure. Just a period of sustained possession like this. Binnon. Fleming nips in to win it back. Here's Brennan for Norwich City. Janssen. Carragher in quickly again. Liverpool looking good at this moment for their third away win of the season and their second in succession. It's been nowhere near as comfortable as the 5-0 victory at West Bromwich Albion. And for long periods, this has been a very even game. And Gerrard doesn't make many mistakes like that. And when he does, there's a teammate Warner to dig him out of trouble. And Crow closed down Dudek so successfully, he forced the hurried clearance. Janssen. And let it run across his body. Helveg. Here's Bentley. Fleming. Into Doherty, Charlton to his left. Francis. And Liverpool would be quite content to let Norwich play the ball around like this in their own half. Couldn't quite work out why the linesman gave the throw in there. I thought if anything it might have been a free kick to Norwich. Helveg to Bentley. Here's Brennan. Charlton. A bit short that ball for him, and it's opened up a possibility, but Nunes couldn't reach the through ball.
Liverpool more than happy at the moment. Norwich with the possession, not particularly going anywhere, and they're not really creating too many chances. Liverpool have had some outstanding defensive performances. Huppier and Carragher today, just soaking up the pressure. I'm sure they'll be happy to try and hit them on the counter-attack. Perhaps get third and fourth goals today.
Binnon, Liverpool's throw. And it's going to be a difficult end to the season for Norwich, back at the top level after an absence of 9 years. They played the first 3 seasons of the Premiership, of course. They finished as high as third, in fact. Here's Luis Garcia onto Riise. As Francis is tripped. Norwich's free kick. Just thinking how different this season is to Norwich's first ever in the Premiership, when they won 12 of their first 18 games, and they led the table right until the end of January before they finished third. That was in 92-93. Right now, as we suggested before the kick-off, if you offered Nigel Worthington fourth from bottom, he'd happily take it.
I think you touched on it there, Al. That particular season had such a great start to it, and I think this year Norwich took so long to get that first win. Can make a big difference. Just got to start getting some points. I think Nigel Worthington might well have to go into the transfer market, try and get a forward. I think that's one of their biggest problems. They need someone up there who can get them the goals. Mackenzie now gone off with a hamstring problem. They need to get someone in to help them out.
They're known to be interested in Crewe's Dean Ashton, but then again, so are quite a few other clubs in the Premiership.
An excellent season, hasn't he, for Crewe so far? Not quite sure what the price tag will be. Norwich do need to get someone in, I feel.
And they do only have a modest amount of money to spend here. A well-run football club. And a popular club, I'm sure, with a lot of neutral fans. Didi Hamann coming on for the last 15 minutes for Liverpool to replace Antonio Nunes, who didn't have his best day in the famous red jersey. And Hamann's presence will just give Liverpool a bit more strength now in the middle of the park.
Replacing number 18, Antonio Nunes, number 16.
Hamann straight into the action. So Norwich are going to throw on their final substitute as well. Damien Francis, who's been out, as we've mentioned, for half a dozen games, just running out of steam at the end. And another youngster from their academy, 18 years old Ryan Jarvis, takes his place. He made his Premiership debut in the recent defeat at Middlesbrough, and he was a substitute for the last half an hour against Pompey. Good run by Warnock, and a clever little ball, Cinema upon goal. Clearance by Doherty. Throw, with Sammy Hoopier right behind him. Halberg gets his foot in. Jonsson. He's battled away manfully, Jonsson, since that early head wound. Hamann takes a tumble and still finds Gerrard. Luis Garcia has gone out to the right now for Liverpool. Cinema upon goal. And Doherty clears again. But with due respect, and I'm sure they're outstanding prospects, both of them, the fact that Danny Crowe and Ryan Jarvis, two complete newcomers and beginners to this level of football, have had to come off the bench, shows you what kind of problems Norwich City have. Finnan's cross. Oh, it almost reached Riise, and it has in the end. Here's Carragher. Now Bentley. On to Crowe. Certainly a positive looking player, Crowe. Every time he's had the ball so far, he's gone at defenders, as he will do again. Big shout for a handball from those fans against Sammy Hoopier. Mr. Webb shakes his head. Gerrard for Liverpool. Great ball for Cinema upon goal, well defended by Doherty.
They have defended better last 5-10 minutes or so. They've already made the mistakes, Norwich, and I think at this level it does cost you. Foul has gone against Hoopier. And it's all very well having promising youngsters, but obviously at this level, Tony, you need experience, capable players. It is a problem for them, and they do need to get some experience into the squad. Great experience for these two youngsters today to play against this Liverpool team. They need a little bit more experience if they're going to stay up in the Premiership.
10 minutes to go, they're 2-0 down. Huckabee's free kick, Dudek came for it and got there. Gerrard won the battle with Bentley. wins most battles, isn't he? Will Liverpool win the battle to keep his services is the big question.
I think it all depends on Champions League football, doesn't it? Done fantastically well to get through to the next phase of the Champions League. Where will they be next season? Will they get into fourth position in the Champions League? If they do, I think that will tempt Steven Gerrard to stay at the club that he so clearly loves.
Not a bad drawer in this season's competition either, Bayer Leverkusen. Liverpool still in the FA Cup, of course. Burnley, as we mentioned, on Friday night in the third round, and the Carling Cup. They've got a big match against Watford to come in the semi-final. Got an injury here to the linesman by the looks of things. One of the coaching staff of Norwich volunteers to take the flag.
Steve Foley, wasn't it? Asking to run the line. Did happen a good few many years ago, didn't it? Not today, I don't think. Fourth official.
Matt Messias might be called upon. Bryant has to shuffle back towards the dressing room corridor.
Hope he's done his warm-up, Matt Messias.
He's certainly got plenty of watches anyway. Liverpool are going to bring on Jimmy Traore while all this is going on. So the recently departed linesman's called into action straight away. See, they don't tell you about this at refereeing school, do they? John Arne Riise goes off.
Is that a good game, Riise?
Yes.
Good finish as well.
Substitution for Liverpool, number 6, John Arne Riise, number 21, Jimmy Traore.
There was a big fuss recently, of course, about the amount of time it took Uriah Rennie to get on as a replacement official. But the officials today have made absolutely sure that the right amount of time will be added. First miscued clearance by Jamie Carragher, although there was that big penalty appeal against him, of course, earlier in the half. Bentley swings one in, looking for Huckabee, away by Finnan. Charlton's there for Norwich. Huckabee again. Goal kick.
I think it was a goal kick. Did the old man work back well? Came off of Huckabee. Loves to run at defenders. Wants to take on both Finnan and Haman. There you go. Good little touch from Haman off the shins of Huckabee.
Well, it took Liverpool a long time to assert their authority on this game. They've got a 2-0 lead, but it's looking fragile at the moment as young Crow once again goes straight through the nearest defender. He really does look a lively character.
He's looked sharp since he come on, done very well. So Nigel Worthington be well pleased with his contribution.
I'm not sure Ryan Jarvis, the other substitute, has had a touch of the ball yet. Charlton with a long throw, looking for Doherty. And the referee's given that as a free kick to Liverpool, to the crowd's fury.
I think he's always going to favour the defending team, isn't it? Both Doherty and Didier Haman. The arms are up. It's Haman who goes to the floor. Doherty's appealing. Not too often you get a penalty in that situation.
Clearance by Fleming, straight to Luis Garcia, now Haman. Carragher stabs it forward, Sinamar Pongo. Good ball for Gerrard, who took it brilliantly on the chest. Luis Garcia. Sinamar Pongo. Now Haman. Liverpool looking for a third, but Gerrard is dispossessed. Free kick to Norwich this time, and Crow no respecter of reputations, pushes Carragher out of the way to get to the ball.
Good way to be.
Now Jarvis will get his first touch. Here he is. Helveg. And Traore wins it back. Bit of space opening up in the middle of the park here for Liverpool, but they didn't use it very well. Sinamar Pongo threw himself at the ball and concedes the free kick. Here's Bentley. Helveg. And got to go for the header, and does. Luis Garcia with a long ball into Norwich half that's devoid of Liverpool players. If Liverpool hold on here to win, they will go above Middlesbrough, remember, at least for 24 hours till Middlesbrough visit the leaders Chelsea tomorrow. And a victory will also take Liverpool to within 3 points of Everton.
Certainly will put the pressure on Everton. After that poor result at Tottenham at the weekend, they can go 3 points behind Liverpool. Certainly chasing after them. And this will be a good result as well. It's not an easy place to come to, Carrow Road, and get the 3 points. I wouldn't say it's been a vintage Liverpool display, but at the moment it appears they've done their job well.
Here's Johnson. Good ball for Jarvis. Ryan Jarvis! What a moment for him! A fabulous goal! The 18-year-old celebrates his first ever goal in the Premiership, and what a goal it was!
But it's a great thing about the Premiership, just cannot switch off. He said he hadn't had too many touches, Jarvis. 3 brilliant ones here. First touch is excellent, it's a great finish as well. A lovely ball from Johnson, good vision from him. There's the first one, inside Traore. What about that for a strike? Gets his fingertips to it, Dudek. That will make it a very interesting last 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, Jarvis was youngest ever Norwich player when he made his debut at 16, and also the youngest ever goal scorer. That was in the Football League, of course. And that's one he'll never forget. And has it set up an unexpected finale here. Liverpool seem to be coasting to victory. They're not now.
But they was coasting. Just talking about it, saying how comfortable it appeared the victory was going to be. But you just cannot switch off. You can't afford to let players have space. Exactly what they done with Jarvis. I don't think anyone expected him to produce the finish he did. We'll remember that for a long, long time.
And Norwich feel that another draw is a possibility here. No team in the Premiership, remember, have drawn more games this season than Nigel Worthington's side. And Liverpool have given away a free kick. There's a belief rolling around this stadium now. And there's a concern, you feel, rolling around that Liverpool defence. Charlton launches it long. Johnson gets the flick on, but straight to Dudek. Luis Garcia for Liverpool. It's Gerrard pushing on, but offside.
Just delayed the pass too long. Gerrard not happy at all. Give it to me earlier, he's saying. That's why he was offside.
Now Green looking for Doherty, who stayed up front now for Norwich, understandably. But that's left them a bit light at the back. And Warnock is going to try and run it into the corner, is he? Needs a bit of help, or does he? Well played. Salif Jow. Gerrard is now popped up on the right flank. Great ball in as well.
Took a wicked deflection, didn't it? For Simon Charlton, I think.
Just indicated that there are 4 minutes remaining.
There are 4 minutes of stoppage time. That's not what Liverpool wanted to see. That's Mick Howard, our floor manager. He's always wanted to do that. The moment of his career.
I knew he was good for something, Mick.
Well, that's one video that will be endlessly replayed in the Howard household. Floor manager probably doesn't mean much to most people, but he's the man who busies himself with the referees and makes sure everything's tickety-boo.
He won't call himself the floor manager anymore now.
No,
it'd be the fourth official.
Fifth official, I think they call it. Liverpool keeping the ball in the Norwich half, importantly here, but they've got another 3 minutes or so of stoppage time to endure. And their lead has been halved by that superb Ryan Jarvis goal. And Warnock, city boy really, has delayed the taking of the throw-in, and that means a caution.
He's just wasting time, isn't he? Knows exactly what he's doing. Might only be a youngster, but he knows if he wastes time, might kill a few seconds, might help his team to get the 3 points. Norwich have got to get the ball forward. Might as well throw everyone forward now. Doherty stayed up front.
Carragher with another excellent clearance. A very nervous ending here for Liverpool and their fans. A vital 3 points in the balance. But as ever, Carragher reacts before anyone. Cinema Pongo. A harsh decision. A foul given against Helveg. And Liverpool have just got to try and get a hold of it and keep a hold of it now.
Just need to run down the clock. Steve Warnock trying to take it quickly. Mitrovic says take your time. Can't get it in the corner.
Opportunity for Green to launch it long again. A man wins it back for Liverpool. Charlton's header finds Huckabee. And a break on here. But again, the magnificent Carragher. Well, having praised him, he almost ran into trouble. But he's had the kind of day where he was always going to get out of it as well.
He's done so well. If Johnson gets the ball past him, uses his body, got to clear it there, takes the extra touch, just runs straight into Gary Doherty. Can't criticise him too much, he's been outstanding today, Jamie Carragher.
Time running out now for Norwich to complete an unlikely revival. Huckabee. Clearance by Salif Jow, anywhere will do. Nigel Worthington knows this might be the final throw of the dice for Norwich City. In it goes, and magnificently Hupia heads clear to Luis Garcia, who's played it in behind Warnock. Jarvis, fouled by Luis Garcia. Now this really is last chance saloon. If Norwich don't score from this, they're beaten. And the physios had to come on to reapply the bandage to Johnson. A bizarre sight. And I assume the referee might make him go off the field. I think he will. He's got to change his jersey as well, of course, because that was the ruling that was brought in, wasn't it, in the summer, that if there's any blood on the playing kit, then it has to be replaced. I'm surprised the referee didn't insist that Johnson leaves the field there. I think that's what Liverpool players are saying. Surely you've got to make him go off.
I think he will do.
And he has. And it's not the referee's fault. That's the laws of the game. He's only there to apply them. He doesn't make them. Nonsensical law that it is. And Green delivers it, looking again for Doherty. Liverpool get it clear to Luis Garcia. Johnson's wave back on. Green calmly finds Charlton, who launches it for the final time. Huppier gets it away. The referee's looked at his watch. And Huckabee on the march. And a little layoff by Crow, and they were all claiming Norwich that it was a foul, but the only whistle that's gone is the final whistle. What an exciting end here. I'm not sure he appreciated it though. Rafa Benitez has picked up 3 points. Gets the handshake from Dougie Livermore, a former Anfield favourite. And Liverpool win their third away game of the season to go above Middlesbrough in the Premiership table. Luis Garcia with a magnificent finish, sending them on their way. Riise with a close range goal. After that, Ryan Jarvis scored a brilliant effort, his first ever in the Premiership, to bring Norwich City back into it, and Liverpool had a very anxious final 10 minutes here at Carrow Road, but just about deserved this hard-earned victory. Norwich have lost again, and it'll be interesting to see who they bring in the transfer window. Equally interesting to see who arrives at Anfield. Jamie Carragher was magnificent for Liverpool and deserved his Man of the Match award. And Liverpool leave East Anglia with all 3 points. They've beaten Norwich City here by 2-1.